At the state wrestling tournament, time can stand still.
Kind of like a different kind of nerves, because it's like you're kind of shocked, nervous, you want to wrestle good.
And after many years of waiting and working, Mead freshman Trey Tatham competed on the biggest stage for the very first time.
As a kid, you go there and you see all the good guys wrestle and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you finally get there and you're like, oh, I finally made it here.
Ty, Trey's father, is the Mavericks head coach. And time and again, he's seen how very special it is to make state.
Maybe your head's getting bigger.
And especially when it's his youngest son, knowing the long and difficult path it took for him to get there.
10 years later, I still get emotional talking about it. It's been a journey.
As a kid, Trey had a love for sports and was a ferocious competitor.
I can go fast as a cheetah. I can go that fast.
Not as fast as a cheetah anymore, I'll tell you that.
But as a 5-year-old in 2013, he was diagnosed with cancer in the form of rhabdomyosarcoma, a tumor in his left ear.
Scared.
Trey would undergo 43 grueling rounds of chemotherapy, but still found a way to play.
That was the day you had the triple nasty and you said there's no way I'm missing the game. Wanted to bat, wanted to run the bases.
When Dad Ty carried a backpack filled with chemo drugs connected to his son so that he could have fun.
You want to talk about community support, that was incredible.
Trey's been cancer-free for a decade now, but still has some minor complications the tumor left behind.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of a hearing issue, but we tried hearing aids and I didn't really like it because I get headaches.
And 10 years in the making, that young kid finally got to step up onto the mat at Colorado's greatest stage.
Let's go, Trey! Sometimes there are times when I'm sitting there as a coach and all of a sudden I check out as coach and check in as dad, and it's like, wow, this is incredible. This is just, I can't believe that I'm sitting here. It's like a dream come true, honestly. Because when it all happened, you're like, okay, what's gonna happen? How is his life gonna move forward? And then you're sitting there 10 years later and you're like, this is what I dreamed of.
More fakes, you're shooting, gotta get an angle. Don't dive in.
It's definitely crazy to see me that little and where I am now. And just kind of quick reflection on how fast life's gone, I guess, really.
Trey, stop trying to do the duck.
Over the last 10 years, Trey's grown into a strong young man, something Ty wondered about a decade ago.
How is this going to carry him for the rest of his life? And what will he become because of it? Try and remind him of that stuff that he's built to do hard things.
I can help people go through what I went through and them not having to worry about what's gonna happen.
Hey, it's just wrestling. It's just wrestling. I know you're hurting, okay?
To sit here 10 years later and see him and where he's at, yeah.
It's been a decade since Tatham's greatest victory. And for Trey,
I made it to state.
his time has just begun.